Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of laws of exponents. This is standard A.11B in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 21 of the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, we have this expression that we need to simplify, and we're used to the laws of exponents, and I kind of know what to do with this, but this is scientific notation. And so, my question is, do the laws of exponents work in scientific notation? Well, what would we do here? Well, if we were going to use the laws of exponents, we would use this law right here, quotient of powers. What that means is if you have the same base, right, a to the m over a to the n, right, you would say you take that base right there and you end up subtracting those two exponents, that m minus n. So when I'm looking at this right here, I see two things here, right? If we wanted to split it up like this, and this is the question, does it work like this for scientific notation like it does for other things? Well, I know what 8.8 divided by 2.2 is, right? That's just going to be a nice even 4, which if we didn't know that, take a look at our 4 answer selections. It's going to be 4. But what about this 10 to the 9th over 10 to the negative 3. Well, if I take my quotient of powers, that's going to be that base 10, right? And then that's going to be 9 minus, because remember you have to end up subtracting those two, 9 minus negative 3. So that looks like it's going to be 10 to the 12th, right? Because we're subtracting a negative, that ends up adding. Okay, so it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, it's going to be 4 times 10 to the 12th. But that's the question. Does it really work that way? Okay, let's get out our scientific calculators or graphing calculators, whatever you might have, and let's work it out that way to double check. So let's see what we can do. So we could actually just type it in exactly like this without using our scientific notation button, right? So 8.8 times 10, and then we have to use that caret symbol to get 10 to the 9th. You have to hit over so we can get a big parentheses, and then divided by, and then we could do 2.2 times 10 to the, and let's take the caret symbol to get the exponent, negative 3. Okay, we could do it that way. It's a little bit labor intensive, but look what we get there. We get 4e12. What does that mean? Well, on the graphing calculators or your scientific notation calculators, their scientific calculators are not going to they're not going to write times 10 to the whatever. They substitute that in for the e. So literally that 4e12 is the same as 4 times 10 to the 12th. Okay, so, I mean, that's it. We did it. That is the answer. Now, most of you have probably learned a shortcut for doing that. If you look right above that 7, you're going to see a little comma, and then you see a little blue EE above the 7 on the calculator. That's actually for scientific notation. So watch this. A little bit simpler. So we're going to do 8.8. Hit second function, and then that comma to get that EE. Then it automatically goes up to E and then 9. And we're going to divide that by 2.2, second function, comma, to get that EE. Then we hit our negative 3. We get the same answer, a little bit less labor intensive, any use of scientific notation. Either way, our answer is 4e12, or 4 times 10 to the 12th a.